I welcome you all to my 12th lecture on signals and systems, that is for electronics and communication engineering students and for electronics and computer engineering students. Today I am going to discuss the Fourier transform for periodic signals, that is continuous time Fourier transform for periodic signals. We can also develop Fourier transform representation for periodic signals, thus allowing us to consider both periodic and aperiodic signals within a unified context. We can construct the Fourier transform of a periodic signal directly from its Fourier series representation. The resulting transform consists of a train of impulses in the frequency domain with the areas of impulses proportional to the Fourier series coefficients. Let us consider a signal xt with Fourier transform capital X j omega. That is a single impulse of area 2 pi at capital omega is equal to capital omega naught. That is capital X j omega is equal to 2 pi delta bracket omega minus omega naught. Mark it as equation A1. Now this impulse delta bracket omega minus omega naught is defined at omega is equal to omega naught on frequency axis. Now we can apply inverse continuous time Fourier transform to get xt is equal to 1 by 2 pi integration from minus infinity to infinity 2 pi into delta bracket omega minus omega naught e raised to power j omega t d omega. Mark it as equation A2. Now we know that delta bracket omega minus omega naught is defined at omega is equal to omega naught. So substitute the value of omega is equal to omega naught here and we will get xt is equal to e raised to power j bracket omega naught t. Mark it as equation A3. So xt is equal to e raised to power j omega naught t. Mark it as A3. This relation is very important, that if x bracket j omega is equal to 2 pi delta bracket omega minus omega naught, then its inverse CTFT is xt is equal to e raised to power j omega naught t. Or if I am having a signal xt is equal to e raised to power j omega naught t, then its CTFT is capital X j omega is equal to 2 pi delta bracket omega minus omega naught. So A1 and A3 are very important equations. More generally, if capital X j omega is of the form of a linear combination of impulses equally spaced in frequency, that is capital X j omega is equal to summation k running from minus infinity to infinity 2 pi a k delta bracket omega minus k omega naught. Mark it as equation B1. Now this is a linear combination of impulses equally spaced in frequency. Now its CTFT is calculated as in equation B2, that is xt is equal to 1 by 2 pi integration from minus infinity to infinity capital X j omega e raised to power j omega t d omega. Now in equation B2, we will substitute the value of x j omega from equation B1. And as we are very clear about equation A1 and A3, now based on A1 and A3, I can get xt is equal to summation k running from minus infinity to infinity a k e raised to power j k capital omega naught t. Mark it as equation B3. Now it is only possible when you will substitute this B1 into B2 and apply A1 and A2. Now look at equation B1 and B3. And this means the continuous time Fourier transform of a periodic signal with Fourier series coefficients ak can be interpreted as a train of impulses occurring at the harmonically related frequencies, for which the area of impulse at the kth harmonic frequency k omega naught is 2 pi times the kth Fourier series coefficient ak. Now, if xt is a periodic signal and is equal to its Fourier series transform, Fourier series representation is summation k running from minus infinity to infinity a k e raised by j k omega naught t. Then its Fourier transform is, that is CTFT is capital X j omega summation k running from minus infinity to infinity 2 pi a k delta bracket omega minus k omega naught. Now look at this. In B3, this is coefficient ak, and in B1, it is coefficient 2 pi ak. So I conclude that the continuous time Fourier transform of a periodic signal with Fourier series coefficients ak can be interpreted as a train of impulses occurring at the harmonically related frequencies for which the area of the impulse at the kth harmonic frequency k omega naught is 2 pi times the kth Fourier series coefficient ak. So look at this. Now example. A signal that we will find extremely useful in our analysis of sampling systems is the impulse train, as indicated in equation C1. So xt is equal to summation k running from minus infinity to infinity delta bracket t minus k capital T, which is periodic with period capital T, as shown in the following figure. Now this impulse train is plotted here as xt with respect to t. So at t is equal to 0, there is an impulse, and at t is equal to capital T, there is another impulse, and at t is equal to 2 capital T, there is another impulse, and so on. So this is periodic impulse train. Now, since xt is periodic, so we will have its Fourier series representation. The Fourier series coefficients for this signal are computed as ak is equal to 1 by capital T integration from minus t by 2 to t by 2 delta t is from minus j k omega naught t into dt. And it is now here delta t is defined at t is equal to 0. So substitute t is equal to 0 here. This will lead to this equal to 1 by capital T. So ak is equal to 1 by capital T. Mark it as equation C2. Therefore, its CTFS, that is continuous time Fourier series, is xt is equal to summation k running from minus infinity to infinity 1 by capital T e raised by j k capital omega naught t. Mark it as equation C3. Here, every Fourier coefficient of the periodic impulse train has the same value, that is 1 by capital T. Now it's CTFT. CTFT is continuous time Fourier transform. I repeat, CTFT is continuous time Fourier transform. Now its CTFT is computed as capital X j omega is equal to integration from minus infinity to infinity xt e raised from minus j omega t dt. Now here I will substitute this Fourier series representation for the periodic impulse train xt, that is substituting C3 into C4 here. And this will lead to x j omega is equal to integration from minus infinity to infinity summation k running from minus infinity to infinity 1 by capital T e raised by j k capital omega naught t into e raised by minus j omega t dt. Mark it as equation C4. Now we have complete knowledge about equation A1 and A3. Now it can be shown that, let us see A1 and A3 once more. Now if xt is equal to e raised by j omega naught t, then its Fourier transform, that is CTFT, is capital X j omega is equal to 2 pi delta bracket omega minus omega naught. So I will use this concept there. And here, consequently, based on equation A1 and A3, it can be shown that capital X j omega is equal to summation k running from minus infinity to infinity 2 pi by capital T delta bracket omega minus k omega naught. And so I can write it as 2 pi by capital T summation k running from minus infinity to infinity delta bracket omega minus 2 by capital T k. Mark it as equation C5. Now I am going to plot xt omega with respect to omega. And this is as shown on the screen, that is CTFT is plotted. At omega is equal to 0, there is impulse with amplitude 2 pi by t. And at omega is equal to 2 pi by capital T, there is another impulse, and there is another impulse on 4 pi by capital T, and so on. So it is another impulse train. Now look at xt and then compare it with xt omega. This is xt. This is impulse train in time domain. I have taken its CTFT and plotted xj omega with respect to omega, and this is another impulse train. Therefore, I conclude that the Fourier transform of a periodic impulse train in the time domain with period capital T is a periodic impulse train in the frequency domain with period 2 pi by t. So look at this. The duration between two successive impulses or two consecutive impulses is 2 pi by t. Therefore, the Fourier transform of a periodic impulse train in the time domain with period capital T is a periodic impulse train in the frequency domain with period 2 pi by t. Now we will discuss the properties of continuous time Fourier transform. First, we will go for the linearity property. Here, look at this. If the CTFT of xt is capital Xj omega, now this is a symbol for CTFT as indicated on screen. Here, yt is a signal in time domain and its CTFT is yj omega, and it is represented like this. So this is symbol for CTFT. Now, if axt plus byt is another symbol and we need to calculate its CTFT, then by applying formula, I can easily show that its CTFT is equal to a capital X j omega plus b capital Y j omega, marked as D1. This proves the linearity property of CTFT. Next is time shifting property. If CTFT of xt is xj omega as shown, then what about the CTFT of x bracket t minus t naught? Now here x bracket t minus t naught is the delayed version of xt, which is where the delay is t naught. Now I will calculate CTFT of x bracket t minus t naught, that is equal to integration from minus infinity to infinity x bracket t minus t naught into e raised to minus j omega t dt. Now put t minus t naught is equal to tau and t is equal to tau plus t naught here. So this will lead to integration from minus infinity to infinity x tau e raised to minus j omega tau into e raised to minus j omega t naught d tau. And solution of this leads to e raised to minus j omega t naught into capital X j omega, marked as equation D2. Therefore, CTFT of x bracket t minus t naught is e raised to power minus j omega t naught into x j omega. Now, next is conjugation or conjugate symmetry. Conjugation and conjugate symmetry. If CTFT of xt is capital X j omega, then what should be the CTFT of x conjugate t? Now this should be capital X conjugate bracket minus j omega, marked as D3. So for this, we need to solve this equation that capital X j omega is equal to integration from minus infinity to infinity xt e raised to minus j omega t dt. Now taking conjugate on both sides, it will lead to capital X conjugate j omega is equal to integration from minus infinity to infinity x conjugate t e raised to j omega t dt, marked as D4. Now equation now in equation D4, replace omega by minus omega to get capital X conjugate bracket minus j omega is equal to integration from minus infinity to infinity x conjugate t e raised to minus j omega t dt, marked as equation D5. Now look at equation D5 carefully. This proves that the CTFT of X conjugate T is capital X conjugate bracket minus j omega. From D5 it is clear. Now we will discuss a special case. If xt is real, then capital X j omega has conjugate symmetry. That is, capital X bracket minus j omega is equal to capital X conjugate bracket j omega, as shown. In equation D4 here, put xt is equal to X conjugate T because xt is real. Then capital X conjugate j omega is equal to integration from minus infinity to infinity xt e is from minus j bracket minus omega into t. This is multiplied by dt. Now, this is equal to capital X bracket minus j omega. Therefore, capital X bracket minus j omega is equal to X conjugate j omega. Hence proved. Now, a real function xt can always be expressed in terms of the sum of an even function xct, that is even part of xt, and an odd function xot, that is odd part of xt, such that xt is equal to xet plus xot. Mark it as d6. So in equation D6, xt is equal to sum of xet plus xot. From the linearity property of CTFT, if I will take its CTFT, then CTFT of xt is equal to CTFT of xet plus CTFT of xot. Now it is very easy to show that the continuous time Fourier transform of xet is real part of capital X j omega, that is even function of frequency, and CTFT of x or t is equal to iota imaginary part of capital X j omega, that is odd function of frequency. Now next is differentiation and integration property. Xt is equal to 1 by 2 pi integration from minus infinity to infinity capital X j omega e raised by j omega t d omega. Mark it as equation D8. This is a known relation. Now differentiating both sides with respect to t. This leads to d by dt of xt is equal to 1 by 2 pi integration from minus infinity to infinity j omega into x j omega e raised by j omega t d omega. Now look at the underlined terms. It is clear that CTFT of dxt by dt is equal to j omega capital X j omega. Mark it as equation D9. Now what about the integration property? That is integration from minus infinity to t x tau d tau. Its CTFT is yet to be decided. So we know that integration from minus infinity to t x tau d tau is equal to xt linearly convolved with ut. Here ut is unit step function. Now we need to find its CTFT. Now it's a property that if two signals are linearly convolved in time domain, their CTFTs are going to be multiplied in frequency domain. So we will use this property directly here and we will prove it soon. Now for this, we need to calculate the CTFT of uj omega. So I repeat that if two signals are linearly convolved in time domain, then their CTFTs are going to be multiplied in frequency domain. So I am going to use this property to obtain CTFT of this integration term. Now I need to have the CTFT of ut, that is uj omega. We know that unit step function is defined as ut is equal to 1 by 2 bracket 1 plus signum t. So I will calculate its CTFT, which is found to be 1 by 2 bracket 2 pi delta j omega plus 2 by j omega. this is equal to 1 by 2 bracket 2 pi delta j omega plus 2 by j omega. Now this is equal to, so uj omega is equal to pi delta bracket j omega plus 1 by j omega. Now I will substitute uj omega here in this equation. Consequently, integration from minus infinity to t, x tau d tau is having CTFT pi x j omega into delta j omega plus x j omega divided by j omega as shown. Now here this is impulse term and delta j omega is defined at omega is equal to 0. That is why I'm putting instead of omega 0 here. So this is equal to pi capital X0 delta j omega. This is called DC or average value plus x bracket j omega divided by j omega. Mark it equation D10. So hence I have proved the integration property also, that integration of this signal xt, that is integration from minus infinity to t x tau d tau is having CTFT equal to pi capital X0 delta j omega plus x j omega divided by j omega. Now example, obtain CTFT of XOT, that is odd part of xt, which is equal to bracket xt minus x bracket minus t divided by 2 as shown when xt is real function. Now x odd t is having CTFT as integration from minus infinity to infinity bracket xt minus x bracket minus t by 2 e raised to a minus j omega t dt. Now its first part is having, that is equal to capital j omega by 2 and minus 1 by 2 integration from minus infinity to infinity x bracket minus t e raised to minus j omega t dt. Now this is further equal to x bracket j omega by 2 minus 1 by 2 bracket integration from minus infinity to infinity x conjugate tau e raised to minus j omega tau d tau whole conjugate. Now we have been given that xt is a real function. So xt is equal to x conjugate t. So here instead of x conjugate t, I will put, instead of x conjugate tau, I will put x tau. I repeat, as xt is real function, so instead of x conjugate tau, I am putting x tau. So this will lead to this term equal to x j omega by 2 minus x conjugate j omega by 2. So that is equal to iota imaginary part of x j omega. Mark it as equation D11. So XOT, that is odd part of xt, is having CTFT equal to iota times imaginary part of capital X j omega. Mark it as D11. Now time and frequency scaling. If xt is having continuous time Fourier transform as x j omega, then what about x bracket at? The CTFT of x bracket at is calculated as integration from minus infinity to infinity x at e raised to minus j omega t dt. Put at is equal to tau. Now dt is equal to d tau by magnitude a. So substitute this here. I will get this equal to integration from minus infinity to infinity x tau e raised to minus j omega tau by a d tau by magnitude a, and that is equal to 1 by magnitude a capital X bracket j omega by a. Mark it as D12. So CTFT, that is continuous time Fourier transform of x bracket at, is 1 by magnitude a capital X bracket j omega by a. Mark it as D12. It can be represented as Fourier transform of x bracket at is equal to 1 by a integration from minus infinity to infinity x tau e raised to minus j bracket omega by a tau into d tau for a greater than 0. And CTFT of x bracket at is equal to -1 by a integration from minus infinity to infinity x tau e raised to minus j bracket omega by a tau d tau for a less than 0. Mark it as equation D13. Aside from the amplitude factor 1 by magnitude a linear scaling in time by a factor of a corresponds to a linear scaling in frequency by a factor of 1 by a and vice versa. Look at this. Here in time domain x bracket at. So time scaling is by a factor of a. Now, if I will take it CTFT, then this is the formula. That is CTFT of x bracket at is 1 by magnitude a into capital X j omega a. Now, there is scale factor of 1 by a here in this. So it is rightly said that aside from amplitude factor 1 by magnitude a linear scaling in time by a factor of a corresponds to a linear scaling in frequency by a factor of 1 by a and vice versa. Now next is duality property. The symmetry observed in comparison of CTFT and inverse CTFT leads to a property of Fourier transform referred to as duality. Now we know that xt is equal to 1 by 2 pi integration from minus infinity to infinity capital X rho e raised to power j rho t into d rho. Replace t by minus omega here and multiply it by 2 pi to get 2 pi small x bracket minus omega is equal to integration from minus infinity to infinity capital X rho e raised to a minus j rho omega d rho. Now put rho is equal to t here. This will lead to integration minus infinity to infinity capital Xt e raised to a minus jt capital omega dt. Now this is equal to, if you look at this, this is equal to CTFT of capital X bracket t. So CTFT of capital X bracket t is 2 pi small x bracket minus omega. So this gives me opportunity to write that xt is having CTFT, small xt is having CTFT, capital X omega, and capital X bracket t is having CTFT 2 pi small x bracket minus omega. So based on this analysis, I can write that CTFT of small xt is capital X bracket omega and CTFT of capital X bracket t is 2 pi small x bracket minus omega. This is the duality property of CTFT. This pair is the duality property of CTFT marked as equation E1. Now I will use this duality to solve this question. When computing the CTFT of a constant signal xt is equal to a, we will use the duality property. Now, in the time domain, if signal is capital A delta t, then its CTFT is a. And now use the duality property. Now I will put a here, that is as capital XT here, and its CTFT will be 2 pi a delta bracket minus omega using this equation. Now here it is delta bracket minus omega, but delta omega is an even function of omega. So CTFT of A is 2 pi a delta omega. Now I have used duality property to solve this question directly. Now next is Parseval's relation. If xt is equal to x, if xt and x j omega are Fourier transform pair, I repeat, if xt and capital X j omega are a Fourier transform pair, then integration from minus infinity to infinity magnitude xt squared dt is equal to 1 by 2 pi integration from minus infinity to infinity magnitude x j omega squared d omega, marked as equation E2. This is Parseval's relation. This expression, referred to as Parseval's theorem or relation, follows from direct application of the Fourier transform. Now, this integration from minus infinity to infinity magnitude xt square dt is represented as integration from minus infinity to infinity xt into x conjugate t dt, and that is equal to integration from minus infinity to infinity xt bracket 1 by 2 pi integration from minus infinity to infinity capital X conjugate j omega e raised to minus j omega t d omega into dt, mark it as equation E3. So what I have done, instead of x conjugate t, I have substituted its inverse CTFT here. So reversing the order of integration gives me integration from minus infinity to infinity magnitude xt square dt is equal to 1 by 2 pi integration from minus infinity to infinity capital X conjugate j omega bracket integration from minus infinity to infinity xt e raised to minus j omega t dt into d omega. Now what is this? This is capital X j omega. So integration from minus infinity to infinity magnitude xt square dt is equal to 1 by 2 pi integration from minus infinity to infinity capital X conjugate j omega into capital X j omega d omega, and that is equal to 1 by 2 pi integration from minus infinity to infinity magnitude x j omega square d omega. Mark it as equation E4, and this is as equation E2, which states that integration from minus infinity to infinity magnitude xt square dt is equal to 1 by 2 pi integration from minus infinity to infinity magnitude x j omega square d omega. Now the physical interpretation of this is Parseval's relation says that this total energy may be determined either by computing the energy per unit time, that is magnitude xt square, and integrating over all time here in this formula, or by computing the energy per unit frequency magnitude x j omega square by 2 pi here, and then integrating over all frequencies. So whether either you can calculate energy in time domain, or you can calculate energy in frequency domain, but the total energy remains the same. So you can use this formula to calculate the energy or this formula to calculate the energy. The answer will be same. This formula is in time domain for the calculation energy, this formula for calculation energy in frequency domain, but the energy remains same for the signal. Now, for this reason, magnitude x j omega square is often referred to as energy density spectrum of signal xt. Now, next is convolution property. Now, yt is equal to xt linearly convolved with ht. This is usually observed in dealing with LTA systems. When xt is input and ht is impulse response of LTA system, then output is yt. ht is impulse response of LTA system, xt is input to LTA system, then yt is xt linearly convolved with ht. We need to find out its CTFT. So we need to find out CTFT of yt. So that is equal to integration from minus infinity to infinity yt e raised to minus j omega t dt. Now substitute yt here, that is equal to integration from minus infinity to infinity xt linearly convolved with ht e raised to minus j omega t dt. So we will use convolution integral here. That will give me the CTFT of yt is equal to integration from minus infinity to infinity, another integration from minus infinity to infinity x tau h bracket t minus tau d tau e raised to minus j omega t dt. Now this equation can be rewritten as integration from minus infinity to infinity x tau bracket integration from minus infinity to infinity h bracket t minus tau e raised to minus j omega t dt multiplied by d tau. Now this term is equal to e raised to minus j omega tau h j omega. So CTFT of yt is equal to integration from minus infinity to infinity x tau e raised to minus j omega tau h j omega d tau. Now look at this and d tau, and this will give me y j omega is equal to x j omega into h j omega. Mark it as equation E5. So CTFT of yt is y j omega. So y j omega is equal to x j omega into h j omega. This equation is of major importance in signals and system analysis. This means that if two signals are linearly convolved in time domain, their CTFTs are going to be multiplied in frequency domain, as we have used in earlier analysis. Now we have proved it. This equation is of major importance in signals and system analysis. Now we will use it here. Now look at three different configurations. Now in the first cascaded configuration, the first subsystem is having impulse response h1t and its CTFT is h1j omega. And the second subsystem is h2t with impulse. Second subsystem is having impulse response h2t and its CTFT is h2j omega. Now in the first cascaded configuration, input is xt and the output is yt. Now in the second configuration, we have shown that here from this h1t is linearly converted with h2t. So their CTFT is h1 j omega into h2 j omega. We have just proved based on E5. Now interchanging at this h1t with h1 j omega with h2 j omega. So I can write h2 j omega into h1 j omega. We are interchanging the position of this. Now this leads to third configuration, which is cascaded configuration, in which the first subsystem is having impulse response h2t, which is having CTFT h2 j omega, and second subsystem is having impulse response h1t, which is having impulse response h1 j omega. But the output remains same, that is yt. So this forms three equivalent LTI systems. There are three different configurations, but the output is same. So these are equivalent LTI systems. This is only possible as based on E5, equation E5. Now consider one example. Consider an integrator that is an LTI system specified by the equation yt is equal to integration from minus infinity to t x tau d tau, obtain capital Y j omega, that is CTFT of yt. So we have earlier solved this, that yt is equal to ut linearly convolved with xt. We need to calculate its CTFT, that is Y j omega. So that is equal to, we have just proved that it is equal to uj omega into xj omega. Now this is an LTI system. So xt is input and uj omega is the impulse response hj omega. Here ht is equal to ut is impulse response of LTI system. So yj omega is equal to 1 by j omega x j omega plus pi capital X0 into delta j omega, marked as j1. This we have proved earlier. Now we will deal with multiplication property of CTFT. The convolution property states that convolution in time domain corresponds to multiplication in frequency domain. Because of duality between time and frequency domain, we would expect a dual property also to hold. That is, the multiplication in the time domain corresponds to convolution in frequency domain. Now we will prove it. We will prove it. I repeat, the convolution property states that the convolution in time domain corresponds to multiplication in frequency domain. Because of duality between time and frequency domain, we would expect a dual property also to hold. That is, the multiplication in time domain corresponds to convolution in frequency domain. So we need to prove it. Let's do it. So RT is equal to PT into ST. That is also called modulation operation. Here it is multiplication, but in the field of communication, this is called modulation operation. Now we need to calculate CTFT of RT, that is capital RJ omega. So capital RJ omega is equal to integration from minus infinity to infinity RT e raised to minus j omega t dt. Now here I know that RT is equal to PT into ST. So instead of PT, I will substitute its inverse CTFT here. So this will lead to RJ omega is equal to integration from minus infinity to infinity ST by 2 pi integration from minus infinity to infinity P bracket j omega bar into e raised to j omega bar t into d omega bar into e raised to minus j omega t dt. Now this is equal to 1 by 2 pi integration from minus infinity to infinity, another integration from minus infinity to infinity st p bracket j omega bar into e raised to minus j bracket omega minus omega bar t into dt and d omega bar. Now this is equivalent to 1 by 2 pi integration from minus infinity to infinity p bracket j omega bar into integration from minus infinity to infinity st e raised to minus j bracket omega minus omega bar t into d omega bar into dt as shown. Now look at this. This is equal to rj omega is equal to integration from minus infinity to infinity pj omega bar s bracket j bracket omega minus omega bar d omega bar divided by 2 pi. Now here this is clearly convolution integral. Now this is clearly convolution integral. So rj omega is equal to 1 by 2 pi bracket p rj omega is equal to 1 by 2 pi pj omega linearly convolved with sj omega. Mark it as equation J2. Now I repeat, rj omega at this step is equal to integration from minus infinity to infinity p bracket j omega bar into s bracket j bracket omega minus omega bar into d omega bar by 2 pi. So it is clearly convolution integral. So it is giving me rj omega is equal to 1 by 2 pi p bracket j omega linearly convolved with s bracket j omega. Mark it as J2. Therefore, I have proved that the multiplication in time domain corresponds to convolution in frequency domain. Clearly look at equation J2. That is PT multiplied by ST is having CTFT equal to 1 by 2 pi pj omega linearly convolved with sj omega. Now we will do one example. Consider the signal Pt is equal to cos omega naught t. Obtain CTFT of RT is equal to ST into PT. Now PT is given to be cos omega naught t. Now first we will calculate CTFT of PT, that is Pj omega. So Pj omega is equal to integration from minus infinity to infinity Pt e raised to minus j omega t dt. Now instead of cos omega naught t, I will express it in terms of exponentials, that is Pj omega is equal to integration from minus infinity to infinity bracket e raised to power j omega naught t plus e raised to minus j omega naught t by 2 into e raised to minus j omega t dt. Now solving it further leads to pj omega is equal to integration from minus infinity to infinity e raised to minus j bracket omega minus omega naught t dt by 2 plus integration from minus infinity to infinity e raised to minus j omega e raised to minus j bracket omega plus omega naught t by 2 multiplied by dt here. And now look at these terms in integration. Now this term is equal to pi delta bracket j bracket omega minus omega naught, and this term is equal to pi delta bracket j bracket omega plus omega naught. So pj omega is equal to pi delta bracket j bracket omega minus omega naught plus pi delta bracket j bracket omega plus omega naught. Mark it as equation K1. Now look at this. Now we need to obtain CTFT of RT, that is equal to ST into PT. So what I have got Pj omega. Now from this equation J2, we know that Rj omega is equal to 1 by 2 Sj omega linearly convolved with Pj omega. Now this is equation K2. Now I will substitute K1 in K2. This Pj omega here. So Rj omega is equal to 1 by 2 pi S bracket j omega linearly convolved with pi delta bracket j bracket omega minus omega naught plus pi delta bracket j bracket omega plus omega naught. And from K1 and K2, it is clear that Rj omega is equal to 1 by 2 S bracket j bracket omega minus omega 2 omega naught plus 1 by 2 S bracket j bracket omega plus omega naught. Mark it as equation K3. Now I repeat, from K1 and K2, substitute K1 and K2 here, I can get Rj omega is equal to 1 by 2 S bracket j bracket omega minus omega naught plus 1 by 2 S bracket j bracket omega plus omega naught. Mark it as K3. This is frequency translation. How? This S in this equation K3, S bracket j bracket omega minus omega naught is shifted version of Sj omega, and S bracket j bracket omega plus omega naught is also shifted version of Sj omega. So this is called frequency translation and used in the field of communication. It is generally used in the field of communication. Now, system characterized by linear constant coefficient differential equations. The input xt and output yt satisfy a linear constant coefficient differential equation of the form summation k running from 0 to capital N ak into kth derivative of yt with respect to t is equal to summation k running from 0 to capital M bk into kth derivative of xt with respect to t. Mark it as equation L1 for a continuous time LTI system. Now, from the convolution property, before that, I would like to mention that input is xt and output is yt. And ht is the impulse response of LTI system. Now, from the convolution property, we know that yj omega is equal to hj omega into xj omega. Mark it as equation L2. Or equivalently, capital Hj omega is equal to yj omega by xj omega. Mark it as equation L3, where hj omega is system function. Now, taking here Fourier transform on both sides of equation L1, we get summation k running from 0 to capital N ak ctft of kth derivative of yt with respect to t equal to summation k running from 0 to capital M bk ctft of kth derivative of xt with respect to t. Mark it as equation L4. From differentiation property, which we have discussed earlier, the above equation results in summation k running from 0 to capital N ak bracket j omega raised to k capital Y bracket j omega equal to summation k running from 0 to capital M bk bracket j omega raised to k capital X j omega. Mark it as equation L5. Equivalently, now I can get Y bracket j omega out of this summation, and here in this part I can get capital X j omega out of this summation, and this is equivalently Y bracket j omega into bracket summation k running from 0 to capital N ak into j omega raised to k is equal to x j omega into bracket summation k running from 0 to capital N capital M bk bracket j omega raised to k. Mark it as equation L6 as shown. Now, hj omega is equal to yj omega by xj omega, and that is equal to summation k running from 0 to capital M bk bracket j omega raised to k divided by summation k running from 0 to capital N ak multiplied by j omega raised to power k. Mark it as equation L7. This is called system function. Hj omega is called system function. Now Hj omega is thus a rational function. It is a ratio of polynomials in j omega. Now we will solve one example before finishing this lecture. Example, consider a stable LTI system characterized by the differential equation dyt by dt plus ayt is equal to xt with a greater than 0. Mark it as equation P1. Obtain the impulse response ht of an LTI system. Now for that, taking CTFT on both sides of P1 here, it will lead to, I am using the differentiation property, that is j omega into yj omega plus a yj omega is equal to xj omega. Now the solution of this equation leads to yj omega by xj omega is equal to hj omega, and that is equal to 1 by j omega plus a, marked as P2. This is system function of LTI system. Now taking inverse CTFT of P2 here hj omega is equal to 1 by j omega plus a. So taking inverse CTFT of P2, we can get ht is equal to e raised to minus at ut. Now taking inverse CTFT of hj omega leads to ht, which is equal to e raised to minus at ut. Ut is step function here. So this is the unit impulse function of LTI system, or unit impulse response of LTI system. ht is unit impulse response of LTI system. That is ht is equal to e raised to power minus at ut. Now with this example, I have shown that we can use CTFT and ICTFT, that is continuous time Fourier transform and inverse continuous time Fourier transform, to obtain the impulse response of LTI systems when we have the differential equation corresponding to that LTI system involving input and output signals. So here I finish my lecture. These are the reference books. This first book is the textbook, which is Signals and System by A.V. Oppenheim, by A.S. Wilsky, and by S.H. Nawab. You can consult other 3 reference books also. Thanks for attending this session on Signal System. See you in next lecture. Have a nice day.